Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Laureli Shimayo. This is our MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fair for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest and many online. This is our online fair. We have about 15 practitioners that are here today. We will be introducing ourselves and then so sharing about our work so you know what it is that we do. And then we'll be answering questions in an intuitive panel format. We prioritize answering questions from people that have never asked a question in one of our fair intuitive panels before. So if you know you'd like to ask a question, let us know in chat and we'll start to get you on the list. And we do that in here for the first hour. And then we split up into breakout rooms. So all the practitioners will be in a set of public breakout rooms where you can move from room to room as much as you want. There are many free talks that we're offering tonight. And there are also private session rooms available. So that if you want, you can do a session with some of our practitioners, do different sessions with some of our practitioners tonight. Most of us offer specials, so lower prices on our work. You can do that tonight, or many of us, you can purchase them now or in the next few days to do them in the near future. Let's have the practitioners start introducing themselves. It feels like it's like a month in between all these. And I'm like, what else do I need to introduce? I feel like there's more I need to say. Let me check. See if there's something else. I think we're great. So people are just going to be joining the whole time. And then, yeah, let's just get started with the introductions. And if you, for some reason, end up leaving the room at any point, you can come right back in at jointhefair.com. All right, well, let's go. Yeah, we're gonna try to, again, I'm gonna call on the practitioners that have done this before. So you've got a minute to share this time. So let's start off. Let's go ahead. Henry, Sarah, Brandy, let's start there. Henry, are you set to go first? You're still muted.
Yes, you would think that I'm a newbie. I'm acting like one.
You just didn't expect you'd go first. I surprised you.
Where's the unmute? Wait a minute. Aren't we supposed to start at 6? Oh gosh. So just can you say me when we're at 45 seconds or something? So all right. So Henry and Holden, that is my name. And that is also how you can reach me by adding a .com. I am a life coach. I am a tarotist. That's the English term for tarot reader, and I really like it. And I'm also a spiritual director. I specialize in 2 areas that are interconnected. So I specialize in helping you discover what your life purpose is, and then also what are the steps in order to manifest it. And I also help you develop this really beautiful, intimate, loving, nurturing relationship with the divine. And it's kind of like once you realize yourself as a manifestation of the divine, your life purpose, whoo, there it is. It's very quick, very easy. So they work with each other. I have specials tonight. More than 50% off, $20 for a 30-minute session and $30 for a 50-minute session. And I also have a tarot course starting on November 13th, and that's $29 for 4 classes. And right now we have a class going on. And if you want to sit in, you can do that this Saturday or next Saturday from 11 to 1. And by emailing me, Henry at henryhello.com, you can get the Zoom link. Thank you.
Thanks, Henry. All right, I think we said Sarah and then Brandy.
Okay, should I attempt my video again?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Go ahead and turn it on. Let's see. Your voice sounds great now.
Okay, yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm unable to start. Okay, start my video. Here we go. Here we go. Love technology.
Yay.
Okay. So if I'm not freezing, right? I sound okay?
Yes, you do. We can hear you.
Cool. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sarah Perez. I'm a Reiki master teacher and shamanic drummer. And yeah, I help women, specifically exhausted career moms, find the source of their stress.
Oh, it went wacky again. I'm going to try to turn off your video.
Oh, bummer. Okay, cool.
We can
as
hear
long
you
as
again.
you can hear me, we're good then. All right, awesome. So let me start that again. Okay, so yes, I help exhausted career moms get to the root of their stress so that they can find peace and happiness with their family and really have that vitality they've been longing for. And I do this with getting their overwhelmed heads out of the way using shamanic drumming sessions. And I'm having my special tonight is $80 for a private shamanic drumming session where you get really clear and you help that burnout go away. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I also do long-term sessions, but that's in another frequency.
Great. Thanks so much. All right, Brandy, and then Kathie, and then Lizzie.
Hi, my name is Brandy Roberts. I'm a Reiki master, I'm psychic, and I'm an oracle. And I study physics, and I work a lot with energy and how it impacts you, how your energy impacts people around you, and how we become energetic tools for other people, and how all of that can be magnified at certain times in our life, certain times of the month, certain times in spiritual growth. And I work with you and your body to overcome that energetically with Reiki. And I also do a lot of research and develop a lot of new symbols for Reiki and new avenues when I come across things that I can't find an answer for. So I really like to explore and research too. That's a big piece of what I really enjoy about my work and working with people. Just wanted to throw that in there, something different today. So anyway, and I work by donation only. Thank you.
Thanks, Brandy. All right, we'll have maybe we said Lizzie next. I remember, but trying to get the more experienced people in here first. So it's sorry if let's do Lizzie and then Alethea and then Susy.
Everybody, I am Lizzie Barnts, and I do a thing called soul contract charts, which are based on the spelling of your name. I've been doing this for 4 years now and done hundreds of charts for people all over the world. I'm excited to be at the fair tonight. I'll be giving 3 talks in Breakout Room 10, 6:15, 7:30, and 8:30. You can find me on my website, yoursoulcontractchart.com. Tonight, I'm running a really juicy special. Usually the charts are $54 each. And tonight, this is going to be crazy, but I'm going to do 6 charts for $111. So basically that's like the price of 2 charts and you get 6. So that's a pretty good deal. Thanks to everybody at MeWe for putting on these events. We love you. And I will see you in my breakout room. Thank you.
And I want to clarify, you could do a chart for your birth name and the name you changed to, and like all kinds of different things like that, as well as other people in your life. All right. Let's see. So Alethea and then Susy, and then let's wrap back and we'll have Kathie.
Hello, I'm Alethea Devi. I'm a shamanic psychic and I can give readings this evening. My special deal is 20 minutes for only $30. So I do a lot of mentoring and coaching women in midlife. And one of the basic things we need to learn is how to connect with our spirit guides. So the name of my talk tonight at 6:15 is Know Your Spirit Guides. So I hope to see you then. Thank you.
Thanks, Alethea. Go ahead, Susy.
My name is Susy Parker Goins of Blue Lightning Healing. I'm a channel, so what that means is I open up and bring divine energy through, and it manifests through me in such a way as to make Source accessible to you, whether it's through a guide you're comfortable with or no, we're going to stick with guides because I've tried to channel dead people. I don't do that. But I'm also an energy healer, so I do Reiki and help you shift. I do body scans to help identify blockages you may have in your body. Past life explorations. I do mediumship. My special is 20% off a 60-minute session. I also want to plug my October 30th event. You can go to my website at bluelightninghealing.com, and on the front page, there's a link to register. It's called Jumpstart Your Spiritual Journey, and we'll be having a full day of talks. It's this expanded with a lot of love, and that's what I love about these groups. We've drawn new people to us all the time, and I am so excited to be a part of it tonight. Thanks.
Thanks, Susy. I lost a little track of exactly where we were in the order. Let's see. So I think we are... Did we come back down to get you, Kathie, already, or Kathie's next?
I can go next. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Kathie Pham, and it's so great to be here. I am a Kundalini Kriya Yoga teacher and I offer intuitive energy readings and coaching. And I am so passionate about sharing techniques and the power of breath, and I look forward to giving you a reading. My talks are at 6:15 p.m. and 8:15 p.m. in Breakout Room 7, and it's on how to tap into your intuition with the power of breath, specifically the power of Kundalini Kriya Yoga. I also lead free meditation classes on a weekly basis and would love to have you there. And so my readings is about fun, clarity, and joy. So please let me know how I can best serve you. Thanks.
Thank you, Kathie. We have so many new practitioners this time. This is so exciting. Let's see. So sorry, I didn't give you all more notice. Given, if you're ready, Given would be next, and then Emily, and then we'll have Glenda.
Hello, everyone. My name is Given Davis. I run Blooming Fire Healing in Portland, Oregon. I'm really excited to be here with you today. I've been reading tarot for about 14 years, and I'm also a Holy Fire Reiki master for and been doing Reiki for about the last 10 years or so. I'm excited to offer tarot to support you in getting the guidance you're looking for through transition. Some of my specialties are working with BIPOC folks, queer and trans folks, folks who are activists, creatives as well. So if any of that resonates with you, I hope to see you for a private session. I'll be offering 15 minutes for $25 today, as well as a 30-minute reading for $45, which is a little bit of a deal, as well as doing 2 groups this evening. The first one at 6:30, which will be a group tarot reading, and I'm hoping for 8 o'clock I can share a special reading with you. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Given. Okay, then we've got Emily, Glenda, and we'll go in order across my screen. It'll be Lisa and then Nancy.
Hi, my name is Emily, and what I do is I help energetically sensitive women who struggle with anxiety live life feeling calm, empowered, and aligned with their inner truth. I do this through a program called Energetic Sovereignty, and you can find me in my breakout room tonight if you'd like to ask me more about this program, if you'd like to listen to my talk. It's going to include, yes, a discussion on energetic sovereignty, but it's also going to include a guided meditation to help clear your energetic field. This talk will be given at 6:30 and again at 7:45. I also am giving the opportunity tonight to sign up for a mini guided energy medicine session with me. I don't offer these single sessions outside of this fair. It is 35 minutes for $57, and I have 2 spaces available during this time where I could do that. Guided energy medicine is the modality that I use to facilitate people. It is a gentle yet profound shamanic technique. I look forward to connecting with as many of you here as possible. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Emily, Glenda, Lisa, and Nancy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Glenda with Global Badass Goddess. I support women, usually women, to really stand in their own joy, power, and grace through stepping into clarity, courage, confidence, and having commitment in their life. So I'll be speaking on that tonight at 7 and at 8 o'clock. We're going to do a nice presentation, and I'll talk more about that and how do you step into that for yourself. It's a little different than everyone else. No tarot reading tonight for me. We're just going to talk about what it's like and how do we do that? How do we step into that part of ourselves? So please join me. I'm in room 5 at 7 and 8. And I'd love to meet you all. So, and you can go to globalbadassgoddess.com. And I'm also offering tonight a free 20-minute conversation privately.
Great, thank you, Glenda. And for those of you that are hearing all the times of the talks, we're going to be posting the schedule, and you can see it at jointhefair.com. So don't worry, you don't have to track all the different times everyone's speaking. All right, Lisa, and then Nancy.
Hello, Lisa Long here with centerfortheself.com. And I've been a healer pretty much all my life. When I was a small child, people would bring their babies to me and their pets. And I guess it's a gift from God, and I am grateful. Of course, when I was a child, I didn't understand it, but now that I do, I am honored to be in service here for you. And my specialties are helping people, men and women, overcome toxic relationships. Way too much of that going on. Overcome stress and anxiety. There's also way too much of that going on right now. And letting go of chronic pain. And I have a rapid release method that I've developed that includes the healing frequencies of color. I don't know if you can really see that, but I apply this on the acupuncture points, and we do this long distance. You feel it. It's amazing. It unwinds the stress, trauma, pollution that's been blocking what you've been wanting to manifest or blocking your healing process without reliving the past. So, you know, we don't have to go back to the past. Just unwind it, let it go, and create the life that you want to live. So I invite you to, you know, picture that life and let's move toward it. And I'm going to be giving 3 talks tonight in room 9, 6:30, 7:30, and 8:15. And I do have a special for folks just here at the fair today, and that is 60% off. And I'll be discussing that more here in a little bit, but you can get details for that specifically at calllisalong.com. Thanks so much. Have a great time here.
Thanks so much, Lisa. Nancy, and then I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I too am a Reiki master, but tonight I'm here in my role as Director of Admissions at the Oregon School of Massage. We were founded in 1984. We're a private professional school. We're devoted to massage and related health education. We have a commitment to holistic education, and our training is designed to integrate body, mind, heart, and spirit. Central to our philosophy is the belief that touch is a powerful form of communication that carries complex messages for both the giver and the receiver. Students can attend classes at either of our campuses, one here in Portland and the other is in Salem. We offer morning, afternoon, and evening courses, and some electives on set weekends. Oregon School of Massage is pre-licensing program for successfully preparing our graduates for both Oregon and Washington licensure. I'm also giving a Zoom preview of our program where we get more into the actual curriculum and the cost of attending and how to apply. I will be doing my next one this Saturday at 10 a.m. If you're interested in that, please email me at ng, as in Gullic, ng at OregonSchoolofMassage.com. Thank you for MeWe. Glad to be here tonight. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Nancy, for joining us. And Nancy got, I think, notified just a little while ago earlier today that she'd be here. Oh yeah, so thanks for jumping in and sorting it all out quickly.
I'm a newbie.
Great, and let's see, did we get all the practitioners? I think maybe we got all of us. All right, great. And I'm Laureli Shimayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. I read your eyes, read your soul to help interpret your soul path. What is your purpose and how can you make great choices for a career path, for relationships that you're in? Show me other people's eyes and I can talk about you and them and how you're similar and different and how to make things flow more easily than they are. Sometimes the advice though is like, maybe it is time to go a different direction. And then I also love to do this for matchmaking. I help companies hire people who are great for the role and for the team, for the culture. And then I'd love to find you a soulmate. I love to do conscious online dating. So Laureli Shimayo. You can learn more about me on the web at laurelishimayo.com. And at the very end of the night, I'll be doing really free readings, I think is what I'm going to be doing. So sample eye readings at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. All right. Well, let's see. I know some people have been saying in the chat that they want to, oh, how do you become a practitioner here? So on MeWeFairs.com, there's a section for vendors. Just start clicking in there and let us know that you want to be a practitioner. We can send you an email with tons of information. There's an application form right there, and we'd love to have more people in the community. We've got in-person fairs coming up too. So let's see, maybe let me say a little bit about our upcoming events first before we jump into the intuitive panel. If you want to ask a question of the intuitive panel, you'll probably hear back from 3, 4, or 5 of the practitioners on the panel. Let us know in the chat that you want to ask a question. And then some of our online events that are coming up are tomorrow. We have a practice circle. So if you're already practicing something or learning to practice something, we hold a container where you can practice with your peers doing readings and healings. And then on Thursday, we have Black Cat Conjure for Halloween and Samhain. That's one of our panels where there are probably about 7 practitioners that will be answering questions from the audience. It's free to attend and a small prize to ask a question of the panel. And then we have the first online or the first in-person fair that I help run. BEPC has a Conscious Wellness Expo here in the Seattle area, and that's November 6 and 7. So we don't have any more online events until November 10, when we have a panel on the healing power of words, images, symbols, and metaphor. Oh, great panel. It's a group of people I love working with. And so we keep planning different things together. And then we have, maybe Anissa is already jumping in and posting. That's great. Thank you so much. So after the BEPC Conscious Wellness Expo that several of us are going to be in November 6 and 7, we have my first MeWe Fair in person again in Portland, November 20 and 21. It's 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Those of you that are in Portland area, I'd love to have you come. I'm trying to figure out if any of you are already signed up to be in it. And then here in the Bellevue area in Seattle, December 4 and 5, we have another fair here too. And there may be a channeling experience that happens after that too. So yeah, planning all kinds of collaboration. All right, let's head into our intuitive panel before we split up in breakout rooms. So we've got 3 people online right now, Cynthia, Ryan, and Dr. Amy. Did anyone else say they want to ask a question? So keep in mind before you ask your question, you're going to ask a question and we may go deeper than you want us to go here on this recorded format that will be published online, or we might talk about other areas of your life that you don't want us talking about here. That's totally okay. Please just interrupt us and let us know and we will redirect. Also, we believe everyone's intuitive. This is a great opportunity to practice opening to your intuition, because you may have messages come through you when we're answering questions, and you can check and see if what comes through you is it similar to what our practitioners share. And you can have something come through you that's valid that we don't share. It's a great way to see. And then also, please, if you could keep the attention up on the panel when we're answering questions, we would appreciate that very much. Messages are often fleeting. You might want to write down whatever comes through for you. And then when we're done answering someone's question, if you want to reach out to them in private chat and ask them if they'd like to hear what came through you, please go ahead and do that. Please honor whatever they share. If they feel full, they don't want to hear for whatever reason, please aim to not take it personally and just trust it came through you for some other reason. All right, so Cynthia. And Cynthia, I think Cynthia, Ryan, and Dr. Amy, none of you have asked questions before. So Cynthia, where are you? What is your question? Oh, there you are. Great. Well, I should say to everybody, maybe, and before we start, just everybody, this is published and it will go online. And I understand if you don't want to have your video on because you want privacy. If you're willing to turn on your video, I understand that it just feels so much better and so much richer as a sense of community if we can see each other's faces. So if you're willing to turn on your video, that's great. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Hi, thanks for choosing me. So I have 2 areas that I'm really interested in. First, I was wondering, is there anything holding me back from finding a romantic compatible partner?
Okay, is there anything holding you back from finding a romantic compatible partner? Okay, great. And so practitioners, if you want to answer this question, please just raise your hand in chat or raise your hand in Zoom so I know that you're ready. I can start answering while we're getting some hands up. So let's see. So one of your natural talents is probably priest, priestess. It's about inspiration, vision, passion, motivation. So priest, priestess sometimes can get fixated on what they really, really want in a way that they're looking for someone that's perfect. And so that would be one thing, could be too picky, but then simultaneously priest, priestess they see people's potential. And so sometimes they get caught dating potential and they get frustrated because they're dating someone that's not what they really want right now. So you've got some forces going in opposite directions that could be causing challenges. All right, Alethea is ready. Let me move Alethea up here. And practitioners aim to just about, I think like a minute or so in your answer, aim to be quick, and we'll get several of us in.
Hi, Cynthia. I pick up that there is something, the relationship between you and your parents in the attachment that might be getting in your way of being able to be in your most ideal relationship. If you can find ways to heal your relationship with your mom and dad, smooth something out, or with your siblings even, it might be something you are holding on to unconsciously that is like a big anchor tied around your ankles.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Alethea. Kathie?
Yeah, Cynthia, I was just tuning into your body energy, your energy. And while I was taking a deep breath in, I realized that the heart chakra felt very heavy. And it feels like, going off of what Alethea said, that energy is not yours, right? It feels very protective, like as in a trauma happened, maybe you're younger, with a masculine energy, and you interpreted it in such a way that you're holding on to it. And again, just affirming or saying out loud, like, I let go of the things that no longer serve me, and also really doing that healing process. But the heart of your heart is so big, and you have so much love to share, in which you do in your own ways. And if you continue to work on this, and just however you do it, meditate, affirm, whatever it is that moves your heart, right? The joy, it doesn't have to be a heavy lift, right? It could be playful. You will see that the energy will move itself. And then when that moves, it's like synchronistic to the love you find within yourself, and that you would also attract in someone else. But I feel like the heart, you have so much love, so much healing energy, and a natural teacher. And it's as simple as that. I know it sounds like, it's easier said than done. We hear that saying, but it's being in that playful, childlike state and go, what is possible? Okay, that's happened to me in the past. What can I do to move this energy? And sometimes it's simple things, gardening, cooking, going to the beach, things that you love to do. Let it move through you and be intentional about it. Thank you for letting me read for you.
Thank you, Kathie.
Thanks, Kathie. Go ahead, Susy.
Hey, Cynthia.
Hi.
These answers are amazing. I want to explain. For me, I feel I agree that there was a trauma that happened there that's holding your heart in. Another way, not only is following the energy to do those things you love, to put you in that frequency of love, you can also practice forgiveness. Now, forgiveness for me is reclaiming your energy from the other person. It's not, oh, you're okay, that's fine. It's that person has taken a part of you, and you've given a part of you to them, and they've given a part of them to you. I think I got the pronouns right. So what I encourage you to do is just to take a little time to sit there in whatever energy is protective for you. Have the other person in front of you and say, here is your energy back. So if it is someone who has harmed you or hurt you in any way, here's your energy back. I want mine back, so we can both be whole unto ourselves. And that's going to help you shift into that paradigm of love, and you're going to draw those people to you. It's not you putting yourself out there. You're drawing these people to you as you're doing those things that get you excited and put you in that space of love. I hope that helps. Thanks.
Thank you, Susy.
All right, Glenda, I think you had your hand up. Is that right? Okay, go ahead, Glenda, and then Lisa, and we'll go to the next question.
So Cynthia, a question for you. Have you ever made a list of the things that you want and the things that you don't want in a relationship?
Yes, several times.
Okay, good. and how's that working when you step out to like draw that energy in? So what happens for you?
What do you mean when I step out?
So if you're clear about, I don't want this kind of man, but I do want this kind of relationship, whatever that is, do you let that energy go out? Is it sitting present in your energy field, or are you drawing something else in?
Yeah, typically the men that are attracted to me are men that I'm not interested in dating. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like no married men, no heavy drinkers, no smokers, must be family oriented, must be open-minded, you know, because we're not all into this, but I'd like him at least to be open-minded, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I know exactly what I want in a man. But yeah, they always seem to be already married and I'm not into having an affair, you know, like.
Yeah.
So
anyway, I was just curious about that, and if you had, you know, sounds like it's an energy field. Something's there. Something's there. Yeah. So I was just curious.
Okay. Thank you.
A lot of times people don't know what they want and they just get whatever comes at them.
No. I have a list that's, as you know, it'll fill up this page. I know what I want.
That's good. Excellent.
That's great. Thank you. All right, Lisa.
Hi, when you were first talking, Cynthia, I really felt the energy of, I know I want this. I really, really want this, but I don't want that. And you're putting the brakes on, putting the gas pedal on and putting the brakes on. Yes, but no, yes, but no. So there's a piece, you do know what you want and you know what you don't want, right? And the energy is going to focus on what you don't want. And that's what's bringing it in.
Ah, okay.
That makes sense?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Let's focus on what you do want and give thanks to the universe for, as if you already have it, the essence of that person, not, you know, the color of the hair and all that kind of stuff, but the energy of this person. And do you laugh and he's or she is, you have fun together, you laugh together, you know, whatever it is that you really want, the energy of that opens your heart chakra even more and says, yes. And when you feel that this is what I don't want come in, just let that go. Just let it go. All righty.
Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. That makes perfect sense.
You're so welcome. It's coming. It's coming.
Thank you. Thank you all. That was awesome. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing with me.
You're very welcome, Cynthia. Thank you so much for jumping in and letting us share about you. All right, let's see. We've got Ryan next.
Hello, how's everyone?
Hi.
Yeah, good to see you. I recently found out that I'm walking and my soul is merging with another soul due to a soul agreement I have with this other soul. And this transition started months ago, where I have a lot of physical ailments like chronic fatigue, mental fatigue, from them transferring their energies throughout my body. And my spirit guardian says I'll feel a lot different once after the transition, but they can't give me specifics exactly because they don't want to ruin my spiritual development. And I feel like I don't want this transition to continue, and I want this soul agreement to be broken. So like, I can already speak to my spirit guardian in real time. I can already feel their energies from my body, but is there any way this soul agreement can be broken if I really don't want to go forward with it? I don't think it's too late to reverse it yet, but I think my spirit guardian wants to continue it because he says this is all about healing the other soul. My soul is in a higher density than this other soul being merged into my body, and that's partly why we agreed to this in this reincarnation. But I don't know if I really want that. And so if anyone can give me any advice about this, that'll be great. Thanks.
All right, Ryan, we've got Henry and then Alethea. Go ahead, Henry.
Ryan, hi.
Hello.
So I read your question with great interest earlier, which is why my hand went up so fast. So the first thing that I can tell you so I don't have guides that I work with. I work directly with the divine. That's just how it is in my life. I've been in what I refer to as divine or meta reality many times throughout my life since a small child. And I can absolutely promise you that there's nothing you must do. If you don't want this contract, you can simply end it by saying, I end this contract. There's nothing that you are required to do. Even if you've promised something, things changed and you say, I no longer want to do that. How does that sit with you when I say that?
It feels good. I mean, I've told them a lot of times that I don't want to move forward, and they keep trying to, like, you know, convince me otherwise. So it's hard to, they haven't stopped. They still continue to do their energy transfers to me, and I don't know if they can stop it.
Honestly, here's the thing. If your guides are not listening to you and are not in service to you, but want to use you for something that is their agenda, it's time to get new guides.
Right.
You do not want to work with, just because somebody is non-manifest, that doesn't mean they're enlightened. It can mean. It doesn't mean that they're good and that they're there to help you. It doesn't have to mean any of that automatically. So you may be working with people, quote unquote, people who don't have your best interest at heart. And when that happens, the best thing to do is work with somebody to help you create. Well, this is what I'm saying.
I think they have the other soul at heart more than they do me, I think.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? As you stay interested and you want to explain it and you want to understand it and you want to conceptualize it and talk about it, you stay engaged with it, right? So a very good thing to do is to let it go. Say, this is not my life, this is not my story, this is not what I need to know about. Just let go of all of them. The guides, the other soul, you are not beholden. Your life is your life, and it was given to you to live for your highest purpose. And your highest purpose is what you say it is. And if you don't know what it is, then it's your journey to find out what it is. It is not to do something for another soul.
Right.
It's
Thank you.
To have your experience.
Thank you, Henry.
Good advice.
Right, Alethea is next, and then we have Brandy and then Susy, and then we'll go to the next question.
Very well put, Henry. Ryan, dear, sovereignty is essential to declare your sovereignty. I have to say, there is another being that lives inside of me, but I welcomed her willingly. I invited her, but there's moments I have to assert my sovereignty as I am the one living in this century. I know how to navigate this world. It's my mind, my body, my life. And I've had to declare that a number of times when my companion gets a little too excited and wants to control things. It's like, no, I am in charge. So you may even have to have a loud, vigorous declaration, and maybe even make, if the key, of course, is this life affirming? Is this relationship life affirming, or is it not life affirming? If they are willing to be second fiddle, because they're using your body and your mind as their vehicle, and they are second. You have sovereignty. You come first.
I should have number one priority over this other soul, and I think they have this other soul's interest more than they do my own soul.
Another question I would ask, so my companion is my protector and my teacher. Is this soul coming to teach you something, and maybe you're reluctant? Just reflect on that, and I'm finished.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Alethea. Go ahead, Brandy, and Susy. I'll time each of you so we can get through quickly. Go ahead. You've got a minute.
Okay, so when I tap in, the energy is really, really shaky. So I immediately get a conflict of information. The question that comes to me is, are you sure you're not having sort of an egoic internal civil war? Meaning,
no, if they're seeing that, they're interfering with my energy field, so you can't tune in.
That is fascinating. Okay.
They have blocked me from accessing my higher self. They have blocked me from accessing archangels. They really they don't want me doing any of that until this transition takes place. Until then, I can't really access anything else. They really have my crown chakra on lockdown, and they're really interfering in my energetic field. And you can say they are in the fourth density. I'll be honest, they are not in the fifth density or higher. But they are my spirit guardian. They are here as a spirit guardian. They're not like, it's just, I've had other channelers I've talked to other channelers who channel Metatron and Yeshua, and then Yeshua says, yes, you should do the transition. It's all for your highest good and this other soul's highest good. But it's hard for me to do. I don't think I can go through with it.
I guess the question I have is, if higher guidance is coming to you, You know, I'm of the opinion that it should be in your greatest and highest good. So yeah, that's where I was coming from with that. Thank you. Blessings to you.
Thanks, Brandy. Go ahead, Susie.
So, Ryan, I'm going to reiterate what they all said. This seems to me to be a question of consent. And even in the physical world, you can withdraw consent. And so if you choose to withdraw it, you get to tell them, you get to kick them to the curb, to have one aspect more
if they're in
important
a
than the other.
if they're in a fourth density, they will not listen sometimes.
You still have sovereignty, which Alethea mentioned, you still have sovereignty over yourself. So if you feel that this is not going to work with you, true, if this is a lesson you're supposed to learn at some time, this is not the only life you'll have.
Right, exactly, that's true.
So you get to say no. So
I'll try, I'll keep trying.
all right, well, you can come and talk to any of us and we can help to reinforce that.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Susie. I'm going to jump in just to say, Ryan, too, that like you use the word try. So you're the one that has to choose what you actually want to do with the energy that's flowing around you. So if in saying the word try, it also means that you don't want to change something. So it's really it's your belief system. You can believe that it chooses for you. You can believe that you choose. It's really up to you how you see that.
Good advice. Thank you.
We're all wanting to remind you that it's your choice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, thanks so much. And Ryan, I think a lot of people care and they're attempting to express care for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Dr. Amy, and then, yeah, so it looks like we're gonna get through a few more questions. We have more questions than we will be able to answer though, everyone. So thank you for getting in line and we're gonna go through as quickly as we can. And please take your questions to breakout rooms too. Chat with practitioners, maybe do some sessions. Hey, Dr. Amy, what's your question?
Hi, my question is I've been trying to write a book for 3 years and I feel I've written a lot, but I am extremely stuck on the editing process and I get a lot of fear about writing this book because I'm essentially a conventionally trained doctor, but I'm also Reiki practitioner, shaman, everything under the sun. I've trained in all of these esoteric fields. And I believe that my true purpose eventually will be more of a spiritual teacher. But to speak to the masses, I utilize my conventional medicine to be a form of medicine and to bring in the different aspects. And my issue is I am blocked on how to get this book out.
So practitioners, go ahead, raise your hands if you want to say something. I'm just going to jump in. So when you were sharing, and you shared that you're, I'll say more of like I guess an allopathic, more conventional doctor, and that you're also all these things, it seemed like there was some pause inside. And I talk about coming out of the metaphysical closet, and it seems like that's part of what's happening here for you, is you feel some fear about sharing all of who you are and what you do, and what you might lose as a process of doing that. And yeah, I mean, also some fear of maybe some great success in having this all, this going really well. But that's the thing, it just feels like you're really in fear. And yeah, so one thing, just a quick tip would be to get into a sumo position, like a sumo wrestler, all right, to sumo wrestler, and even to stand and do it right now. And you can do it sitting. It's because it brings your energy right here, right now. You're in fear about the future. So your energy is going like up and out. Yeah, and so when you think about this book, so in a way that's friendly to your knees and friendly to your hips, your back and things like that, and you can even walk slightly in that position, right? It's a grounded way of right now and what's the next step now. Yeah, so that's something that I would do that addresses a type of fear. And Gio, if you can go to room 16, please, there's someone in room 16 that needs help. Thanks so much, Dr. Amy. We've got, I'm gonna go to people that haven't answered yet. So Given is gonna be next. And then we might have Brandy and Henry up next. Go ahead, Given. Thank you, Dr. Amy.
Hi, Dr. Amy. Thank you so much for asking your question. I love a creative question about the process. And I know I'm very much agreeing with what Laureli just offered. I was feeling the same thing. You have so much to offer. I love the energy that you are bringing forth. And it does feel as if there's this just little hill that you're in the process of moving up, that's leaning further into your trust of your own energy, of your own intuition. And it does very, very much feel like when you are experiencing that kind of resistance to switch modes from the analytical brain and holding that space where your intuition can really play, open yourself up to the messages that you're already receiving. I feel you to be very intuitive. And it's kind of like a train switching tracks. Is what I'm feeling for you. And the card that I pulled for you is the High Priestess. So that to me is just confirmation and really leaning into your own sense of grounding and generativity, the reasons why you're writing the book in the first place. Allow that to ignite you and your energy. And I have no doubt that that will help you transition through the editing process more easily. Thank you for letting me answer your question.
Thanks so much, Given. Right. No one else has jumped up yet. So go ahead, Brandy, and then Henry.
Thank you. I'm really excited for what came through for you. Actually, it's kind of different for me, but it's sleep with it. Take like at least 3 nights in a row, every night, sleep with what it is that you have completed, and not just sleep with it, love it, breathe with it, put it on your abdomen and just breathe it in through your solar plexus and breathe it in through your crown and breathe it in through your feet and roll around with it and just love it and say, this is mine. This is my work. This is what I'm doing. And then, you know, universe or whoever it is that you reach out to, show me where to land this, show me where to place this, or, you know, guide me to what is going to best be the best placement for this. But most importantly, share your essence, your beauty, your all, your energy and everything in it as you go to bed every night and wake up with it every day for at least the next 3 days. That's what I got the most for you. Blessings.
Thanks so much, Brandy.
Yeah.
All right, Gio, it looks like someone...
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say it's been like sitting in a cupboard, like the actual paperwork has been sitting in a cupboard collecting dust. And so actually like that really speaks to me because it's like why aren't I even like loving on this that I've already produced? So yeah.
Great. Thanks so much, Brandy. All right, I'm going to Kathie go and then Henry. And Gio, if you could jump into room 14, please.
Hi, Dr. Amy. Well, when I sense your energy, you're so highly intelligent in your mind and in your heart a lot, and you have a lot of energy, meaning you have a lot of projects, other creative projects, right? Which is apparent or not apparent. You love to get you're like, you know, I visualize a kid getting their hands dirty in mud. You're in the playground, you're at the mud, you're at the beach, you're everywhere at once. And the great thing is that you have so much prana, that shakti, that kundalini energy. And to focus it a little bit, not focus it in an intellectual way, but when your mind starts to play tricks on you, as if, oh my gosh, there's not enough time, or I should be where I need to be, the hustle and bustle of our minds. I love what Brandy said, breathe into it. And we can intuit a lot of the stuff in our hearts. So I just ask you to change the gestalt. Right when that kind of worry comes or that pressure that you have created yourself, right? Or the ego, whatnot, go back to the heart and breathe in through the heart and just go, what do I feel like doing? One day you might feel like sleeping. One day you might be like, I want to do everything, boom, boom, boom. But go with the feeling. See, and the thing is that because of those two are so highly energetic, balance them out sometimes. And the great thing is that when you do that and you practice that, the feeling of when to write, how to write, who the audience is, it will come in its own time because that book is already there. You are just matching and aligning your energy for the creation of the book that's already there, if that makes sense. So it's in existence. You just need to meet it where it's at. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathie. Thanks, Kathie. Go ahead, Henry.
Dr. Amy, a couple questions. How many words is this book?
It can be whatever it wants to be. At the moment, I've written about 45,000.
45,000. Okay, great. And when was the last time you wrote on it?
Properly, 2 years ago. I have written sections. yeah, properly
Okay.
2 years ago.
And did you only do a first draft, or did you, I'm a writer, did you only do a first draft, or did you also start doing some editing?
I only did a first draft, and then I got someone like a VA kind of to look at it and go over it, but it was just the wrong decision because it wasn't in my voice and it just didn't fit at all. And now I'm in the process of working out that there's probably a publisher that actually wants to give me a publishing contract. So there's a bit more pressure on me to go, oh, okay, I really should look at this now.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the first thing that would be really helpful for you. So I pulled the temperance card, and that tells me all is well, and you're doing well, and you're well balanced, and you have this question, but it's not a question that is ruining your life. You know what I'm saying? It's not actually robbing you of your peace of mind, according to this card. Is that true? Is it just like, well, it's there, but it's not like interfering with the quality of your life?
I would disagree.
Okay, good.
A bit
I'm
like.
glad.
Yeah, so I would say that I am that person that has lots of projects, but I have this huge guilt of being out of integrity because I went and put a book out and it hasn't been completed.
Okay, I got it. All right. So this was what I got a hit. I feel divinely guided, so I get a hit, and sometimes the cards are not in alignment with that. So I think the most important thing for you to do, according to the guidance I got, which I'm just going to pass on to you, is to stop wanting to publish and finish and publish this book, to let go of the book. Just completely let go, because all your neural networks around fear and worry and guilt and responsibility and I'm my word, am I not my word, all of that is now tied up in this book. And so if you let go of it, then it can reclaim you. So like do even some sessions of like spiritually letting go of it, rituals of letting go of this book, because if this book is meant to be out there, it will come through you again. So let go first, because you got to find a place to start again. And right now you're in this huge ball with it. So let go of it. Even say like, I'm not doing this book, but this book may do me in the future. It may come to me in the future. And then once you feel like a level of that you have let go, then look at her or them. I would say them, since I'm a non-binary person and I like to use them, they and them. Look at them and say, do you want me? And then read it from that place. Do you want me? Do you want me to say you? Let the book speak to you. Like think of them as a living being, as a living entity that can tell you what they want, what they need, and that can negotiate with you.
Yeah, I definitely feel like a conduit. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Henry.
Thank you.
And thanks so much, Dr. Amy, for your question. Great. I hope, useful insight for you. All right, sorry, I know we rush everyone on these panels. Let's see, we had someone else in line, and River, I made a message to you. I'll answer you in the main room when we get everyone sorted in breakout rooms. And then Zoom user, I think, is gone. And so I think, Adrian, you are next. Adrian, I know I saw you here. Where are you? Adrian, are you ready? Looks like I see you, but you're not jumping in. Okay, after Adrian, we've got Jen. Jen, are you here? I see you here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Now we all got to be quick with Jen. Go ahead, Jen. What is your question?
All right. I'll try to make it quick too. I just wanted to get if anybody read anything about insight for me about kind of next steps in my spiritual journey. I was my younger years kind of in the spirituality of this, and then took a break for a while, and I'm just coming back in again and finding myself again. So I'm just wondering if anybody picks up anything on me about what my next steps might be or what would benefit me as I move forward.
Thanks so much, Jen. Go ahead, Susy. And then any of you practitioners that haven't answered yet, I encourage you to come on up if you've got something to share. Go ahead, Susy.
And I'll be quick. Jen, give yourself a break. Cut yourself some slack. You didn't do anything wrong. You needed to take a break. So forgive yourself, reclaim your energy, and then trust what you hear. Trust what you get. See? I got what is that? Elote talking? Even Lorelei's dog says yes. Trust what you get. You're very open to it. It feels to me that creating a sacred space around you is going to help enhance that feeling of trust and protection. So do that and then open up to what goes on and trust what you hear. You've got a lot of guides in there who are ready to help you. Okay. I hope that helps. Thanks.
All right, great. We've got Lisa next. Go ahead, Lisa.
Hi, Jan. What I get very, very strongly is have fun with this. It feels like it's gotten way too serious. Allow it to have fun, allow it to breathe through you, allow yourself to blossom, and whatever the next step is, just breathe it. Just breathe it and have fun with it. So just that's the biggest thing that comes in. So just enjoy it. It's here for you and you're really going to enjoy it. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Lisa. Go ahead, Alethea. Sorry, Jen, there's not as much time for you to comment.
Jen, I'm just really excited you're at the point in your life that things that interested you when you were younger, you get to pick up again, but in a new version, because you have lots of life experiences and you're well seasoned. So I would just go for it. Use your intuition, listen to your guides, ask your soul what it wants to do next.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Alethea. All right, Jen, I know this was quick. Hopefully that was great, useful feedback for you. And then my assistant alerted me, and by the way, Anissa is back for this hour. I'm so excited. So we have Anissa back on her way back. Anissa alerted me to Adrienne had a request. And so I'm wondering if I'm going to read it, and then practitioners, if a few of us have something to share for Adrienne, I'd love to do that too. So let's see. So Adrienne shared, I've been diagnosed with and struggling with symptoms of complex PTSD, ADHD, depression, and anxiety for a long time, starting in childhood. As well as working with a psychiatrist and therapist, I've spent years practicing spiritual healing of innumerable kinds. No matter what avenue I go down, I always circle back to a feeling of being helpless. I feel trapped in life or waiting for something that will never happen and lost as to what path to go down next. Any advice is welcome. So when you said that you've years doing practicing spiritual healing of numerous kinds, I assume you've done past life and all kinds of, so Adrienne, if you want to write anything in the chat, it so seems like it's not yours and it's not from this life, and that's why you can't move it and get rid of it. And it's, and we have another practitioner that just joined us that she's going to introduce herself before we split up in breakout rooms. But yeah, it's not this life. And so it seems like there are certainly ways of cutting cords and releasing. And I don't know if there are some that you haven't tried yet. I use some, I know Susy uses some. And then it may be also that if you can create some model of like, there's this other spirit that's going along with you in this life, and it's that spirit's journey and all these feelings and all these things and the trauma belong to it. And there might be a way that you can have your life and it's here and you have some sort of separation. Those are some of the things that occurred to me. Susy is nodding. Susy, if you want to jump in and share, if anyone else wants to jump in and share, go ahead, Susy, just
Yeah, Adrienne, I agree. There's a lot of past life connections there. And when one works to integrate the wisdom so you're taking those lessons from the lives, those energy cords are going to be severed. There's also a soul contract clause in there. I've got podcast episodes devoted to those. So yeah, if you want to, I'm sure you can talk to any of these practitioners here who can help you with the past life and the cord cutting and the energy shifting. Yeah, but I feel it can be done. So please.
Great. And Adrienne mentioned never been able to feel a connection to a past life, unfortunately. And I don't know, there's a symbol, I don't quite sure what her cat was. Oh, your cat. Maybe that's meaningful that your cat is responding. Really, that might be very meaningful. So I don't know if any of the practitioners here work with animals. I know Susy's come to some of the animal panels, but really that might be really meaningful to sorting this out.
Well, it kind of looks like it's saying Loki, so there's some mischievousness going on in there. But sometimes having a third party working with past lives will help you because there's a lot of barriers and trauma surrounding those past lives. So I can understand why you're not able to make that connection. Doesn't mean it won't happen, though. You can do this.
Brandy, go ahead. Thanks, Susy. Brandy, go ahead.
So something really weird happened. I was just sort of sitting, observing everything until you said cat. And then all of a sudden, energy got really shaky in the lower back of the body. What I can tell you is when energy is super shaky in this part of the body, and it's like lower spine, like, okay, even my breath is getting shaky right now, so I can really feel this. It's like there's issues with insecurity, and it's not just insecurity, it's you know what, it's even deeper. It's like the insecurity is so bad, the life force is less in this part of your body, like your root force is lacking because of something that occurred near birth. I'm getting like 16 months, whatever happened around 16 months caused such severe anxiety and insecurity. Okay, now I can feel something moving up the legs. So whatever we're talking about, the cat, I don't know if you have a cat or if a cat is your totem animal, but I do speak to them like they were the angels. So that's probably where this is coming from. Anyway, lower back, it has to do with family. It's feeling predominantly mother. It could be mother, grandmother, but it's definitely the mother aspect. And it's real twisted, and it's about 16 months. And that's where that energy from anxiety is, from that lower back. And that's what the cat just told me.
Right, and it was her cat that stepped on the keyboard that brought all that up. And then, so one thing you can experiment with, I believe, is if you play with saying, this is not mine, if you get a release for even just a few seconds, a part of a second, that might be an indication that it really isn't yours. If it's yours, it'll stay. And so this is not mine. You can play with your willingness to experience that might be so. And if there's a release and it comes back in, yeah, it really might not be yours. It's an idea. All right, anyone have anything else for Adrienne? Just, oh, and Adrienne just adopted Zia recently and joined her just as her question was being answered. So yeah, Zia seems to be part of your answer here. It's definitely something that seems to be coming up. All right, yeah, some new things to try. Yeah, thank you so much for being willing to ask your question and share this with us, allow us to share with you, and yeah, hopefully some insight. And feel free to go around to the different rooms and chat with people too. And we're happy to support you in this. All right, well, let's see. So we've still got the recording on. Let me say just Michelle, actually, let's have Michelle introduce herself. Let me bring her up to spotlight. She just got here. She has reasons to arrive late in our fairs, and here she is.
Namaste, everyone. I'm Michelle Skoletsky-Boyd. I'm excited to be here. I know I'm showing up late, so my apologies. I'm just getting a feel for the energy, and I just wanted to share. I'm an intuitive medium and a hypnotherapist and a Reiki master teacher. So depending on who I'm working with, depends on whether or not I bring in my psychic mediumship gifts or if I kind of help you and assist your energies, depending on what it is I'm picking up. So happy to be here. Again, sorry I'm late.
Happy that you're here. It's all right that you're late. We prearrange it, and I really appreciate that. All right, unfortunately, there are a few of you on the list that we're just not going to get to right now. You might be able to get some insight into the breakout rooms. That practitioners are available to do sessions. We have another one of these fairs next month, November. And then also we have our panels, and you can pay a small price to ask a question of a panel. So just some different ways you can get your answers. We have talks coming up. Let's see, I don't know, Vanessa, if you've posted them very recently in the chat. Everyone's going to be moving into, let me see, let me go into the, so I'm trying this will post. So I'm just going to go into breakout. Oh, okay, an emergency, I understand. Thank you for letting me know. We're going to cancel one set of talks. So we're going to be opening up, well, we have the breakout rooms open. So I think of them as like, there's a set of breakout rooms that are public. They have numbers, names, and modalities, and those are public, and you can go in and out of them as much as you want. Practitioners, if you do anything that's for donation or anything like that in there, please make it clear to everybody so they know before you start. And then there are private breakout rooms. Those have practitioners' initials. Please, guests, don't go into those rooms unless you've arranged with a practitioner to go into that room. You can move yourself directly into that room probably, or if you need help, you can come here into the main room and we will help you move into that room. Just please don't go in those private rooms unless you've arranged it with a practitioner. If you've been updating Zoom, probably you can move yourself. If you're on a computer, if you click breakout rooms, it will open up a panel on a computer. You'll see a whole list of breakout rooms. And if you move your cursor down, you'll either to the right, you'll see join next to several different rooms, or you'll see a number, or you need to hover over a 0 and then it will say join, something like that. If you're on a phone or a tablet, If you tap it on the top left, I believe it says breakout room, then it will open up another window. Same thing. You can see what the rooms are, how many people are in them, and you can click join or hover 0 and it'll show join, blah, blah, blah. You're welcome to move around those rooms however you want. We have a set of talks. So yeah, Anissa just pasted in the chat the names of the practitioners and what rooms they're in. We have a number of talks that are happening too. The ones that start in just 5 minutes are I Am Me First with Brandy Roberts in room 3, Soul Contract Charts with Lizzie in room 10, Know Your Spirit Guides with Alethea in room 1. And I should say, some of the practitioners have already started in their breakout rooms. I think Lizzie is doing charts with people already. So it's like wild, crazy, so exciting. And then at 6:30, we have a group tarot reading with Given in room 4, and the missing link to activating your magnetism and creating the life you want with Lisa in room 9. And then we have Energetic Sovereignty with Emily in room 3. Is that right? We have Emily and Brandy in room 3, y'all. Something's wrong. Brandy's not in room 3. This didn't get updated. This got updated, didn't get updated in the wrong spot. Brandy is in a different room. We will update that. Let's figure 16 maybe?
Yes, Brandy's 16.
Okay, great. So let's repost those first few talks. Here, I will post them right now. All right. There we go. Okay, yeah, so the breakout room should be at the bottom on a computer, and if you tap the screen, it'll be on the top left on your tablet or a tablet or phone. All right, well, thank you everyone for being here. I just want to say before I turn off the video, MeWeFairs.com is our website. You can find out about all of our different events. We look forward to being with you soon. The recording.